Today we're gonna be making vinyl stickers for cars, and we're gonna talk about why we love making this product and how profitable they are. And we also, of course, going to show you the process on installation and all the equipment that you will need if you want to start this business from home. But first, let's talk about how much we invested on this project, from labor to material. And according to our calculator, we invested 12.6 square foot of material and barely 2.5 hours of installation. And according to our decal calculator, our investment was barely $25, and we made over 13 times more the profit than what we invested. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and also turn on your notifications. So the software that we use to vectorize our images is CorelDRAW 6. You can get the newest version, and the CM3 to cut our vinyl, which comes with the Graphic CE6060, which is going to be the machine that we're gonna use today for making vinyl stickers. But the very first step that you must do before cutting your vinyl is to align your vinyl into the cutter. You must pull enough vinyl to the front and then make sure it's going to be properly aligned, so that way when it's cutting it doesn't move or shift. Then you lock it and do a scan, and you will see if it moves, then you're all set to go and start cutting your design. And one of the great advantages of getting a CorelDRAW software is that you can use it with any vinyl cutter. Like here, for example, we're using the uscutter Titan to cut the designs, and you must also align your vinyl into the cutter before you make any bigger cuts. This is a great machine to make vinyl stickers. And another one that's on the bucket is the Silhouette Cameo Pro, and this one, it's a 24-inch vinyl cutter. And a good thing about this machine is that you can use any vinyl roll size. You can use a small or a big one. You can watch the full episode of how we use this machine to make vinyl stickers for cars. And finally, another great machine that we have used to make vinyl stickers for cars is the Silhouette Cameo 4, and this one is a 12-inch vinyl cutter, and you can say this is the smaller version of the Cameo Pro. A great thing about Silhouette cutters is that you can use their software for free, and that is the Silhouette Studio. And of course, you can always upgrade to their Pro version, but you can still use your CorelDRAW software to vectorize your images. But let's get down to our project. Today, we're gonna use the Transfer Comfort high-tack paper transfer, and the vinyl, of course, as you know, we're gonna use Oracle 651. And for today's project, we're gonna be using two different colors, the red one, the small one here, and the black one. And while we wait that the machine is cutting, and Saul is, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest, these are all the stickers that we're gonna be cutting in today. And as we always mention, we always recommend that you add some weeding boxes, as you can watch here, on your decals, so that way when it's time to start weeding out, it'll be much easier for you, especially when you work by yourself. And now that the vinyl is ready, we can start doing exactly that. But before we start weeding out all the vinyl, I'm gonna show you guys a new tool that we got today, and it is a bigger squishy, and we got it from uscutter. And you can see the difference in size here compared to the one we usually use. And here you can see the reason why we always recommend that you add weeding boxes to your decals, especially when there are big decals. And as you are watching, it makes the process much easier and faster, especially when you want to focus on one area, and then you can do that on other sections.
We're gonna use two different transfers. We're gonna use the new transfer, which is the R-Tape Conform Series 476 RLA. The reason why we're gonna use this, first of all, this is great because we do not get many wrinkles like we do with the other transfer, which is the R-Tape Clear Choice AT75.1. That's going to be the second one we're going to use. Now, the main difference between those two transfers is that the first one, the tape one, is a little bit harder to when layering different vinyls, and that's the reason we're going to use the other one to layer the second vinyl on top of the black. You're going to get a better idea once we get to it, but we're going to apply the transfer on this layer, and you're going to see how it is a lot better since we won't get that many wrinkles.
And another reason is because today it is going to be a really hot day. So,
Oh yeah, yep.
and that is the main reason actually why we're gonna use it. And since this is gonna be the main layer or the first layer,
so while applying it, we won't get that many wrinkles, and then once we expose it to the sun before we apply it, we won't get that many wrinkles compared to the other transfer. We're just gonna do it like this. We're not gonna use the rollers. We're just gonna go like this. And as you can see, it's not 100% clear, and this is one of the, you could say, disadvantages of this transfer, but it's a lot easier to apply it.
yeah, and not many wrinkles. This is a high-tech transfer. So far, I love this transfer. We have used it in a previous episode when we apply on glass. It was also a really hot day and it worked perfectly. And here's another way that you can apply your transfer into your decal, and that is by getting the application rollers. You can find it on the description or on the very first comment. And another reason why we love making vinyl stickers, it's because you make really good money because this is a returning customer. Okay, so this is the truck that we're gonna be working on today, and it is getting really sunny. It's supposed to be 95 today, so we have to hurry up because right now it's 82, but it's about to get hotter. Nacho is about to clean the surface. As always, make sure you clean it up before you apply your decals because dust can be bad for decals. And remember guys that you can get all your stuff on the links below. We appreciate your support, or you can visit our website at www.rdidecals.com. I'm gonna leave the link also below. And also, if you like to extra support us, which you already are by liking this video and subscribing, but if you want to get your membership and use our calculators, just click on the join button below and get your membership today. So here's the plan. This is not metal. We cannot use the magnets here, but the way we're gonna apply this is we're gonna do as we usually do. We're gonna apply the bottom side, then focus on the top part. So let's start, and we're gonna use the cutting knife, of course.
This is how you can tell this is a high-tech transfer. You know, the letters are
We're not struggling.
Yep. And we're gonna do a dry application, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
If we have to use the rapid tag, we will. But right now, I think this can be done dry. Unless we get a lot of tension, then yeah, we might use it. But so far, I think we're gonna be okay. Now we're gonna cut this here probably and focus on the top part, and then we're gonna do the other side.
As you can see, this is a brand new truck. They just bought it. I mean, probably a couple years old, but the paint is in great shape. We're being extra careful. I mean, we're always careful, but that's why we're using the blue tape. We don't want to damage any of the paint.
All right, now here we gotta be extra careful because we want to avoid creating any tension when we get to this section here. What I'm gonna do is just put some pressure here and let's do this. And it worked out perfect. So we're gonna do the same process on the other side. All right, now we're gonna remove the transfer, and we're gonna be, of course, extra careful when we remove it. All right, guys, I never get tired of saying this, but even if you apply your decal dry application, always be extra careful, especially when working with cars. You don't want to pull too hard, you might damage the paint. And if you see some bubbles, do not worry, you can pop some of them with your weeder, but try to avoid poking a lot of holes into it because that might make it look bad, and the bubbles will go away eventually.
We're gonna start working on this section, and as you can see, we're using a lot of magnets. It's a lot safer if you can use them on this type of surface. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom section. We're just gonna use the cutting knife to get rid of that.
All right, now it's time to layer the second color.
You can see like the huge difference, like in this one's a lot clearer, as Luis mentioned it earlier. Then we're gonna cover it with that solution, right?
It's a hot day, so all right, so basically here we're gonna do the same process that we did on this decal right here. We divided it into two sections and we use the blue tape. Even if you have the magnets, you're still gonna have to use the blue tape at some point, and this is one of those occasions. now that we let it sit there for a few minutes, we're gonna give it a try. If we have to wait more, we're gonna do just that. Then after a few hours, we are finally finished, and that is perfect because it's getting super hot. So this is it for this video, guys. If you like this video, I encourage you guys to give us a like, subscribe, and of course turn on your notification bell because we have really good content. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. I will see you guys on the next episode.